So commonalities. So thinking back to our students that received a 3 and a 4, what commonalities do they have on their test? So what are some things that they all had in common that resulted in getting the 3 or the 4?
They were breaking it up, like labeling their sides.
Okay.
And then finding the area of each side. They also remembered to divide by 2, though. That was the big one.
Yeah.
Forgetting to divide by 2 when it was a triangle.
Absolutely. Do you have any to add, Collins or Moyer?
I'm writing them in.
No,
as
you're
we
good.
speak. No, those were basically my thing too,
Okay.
was,
There was one other thing that stood out to me, which was just being able to separate the like altitude of the triangle with the dotted line.
Mhm.
For a lot of people that picked up the 5 and were like
They
6
used
times
the
5,
triangle.
maybe they were
Yeah.
even dividing by 2, but they were.
Even just something minimal too of like remembering their units.
That I was gonna say that was a big one for mine was I didn't have many 3s. I did have mostly 4s because of that differentiation of the 4 is having the units, the 3 was not having the units. Most of my students that got a 3 or that got a 4, all of my students that got a 4 remembered, whereas my 2s and 1s, I don't think any of them remembered units.
Yeah.
So I do think that was also a big one.
And for us, our 3s were, they didn't. use their units.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did everything else, right? It was just
Yeah.
lacking units.
Absolutely. And so tying that in with our misconceptions, I know it was already mentioned, I found a really similar one where the 2s and the 1s, they forgot to divide by 2 with a triangle. Even if they used the correct measurements of 3 and 4, there wasn't that divide by 2. I had some multiply by 2 instead, which I thought was interesting. So it's like they multiplied by 2 and then they, in a way, multiplied by 2 again by having those 2 sides. Okay, so that's the first misconception was forgetting to divide the triangle dimension into what else?
just this idea that, the sum of the whole is the sum of the parts. That seems to be something that's lost on the kids that are in the 0 and 1 group anyway. They couldn't even do that. Like if they did that and they put a good form and a right formula, then I gotta give them 2.
Yeah. Absolutely. So they are, they're not understanding the full idea that surface area is the sum. And
Yes.
instead they're just
Some
finding like
parts.
the area of one side.
Yeah, or they didn't really write anything down.
Mhm. Did
So-
you have any students find volume instead?
Yeah, they tried, yeah. And when I see that, I mean, when you say that, I think they didn't really try to find volume, they just multiplied a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah.
Like they were in that mindset, but I'm not sure they understand what volume, surface area are. So when I see that, they're just like regurgitating
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, a lot of our ones multiplied every number.
Oh,
Like,
that's-
oh, I see, that I have all these measurements.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna multiply all of them. That's my answer.
I don't want to know how large that number was.
Yeah, rather than trying to piece it together in a
Okay.
intentional way.
So then thinking about that, we can focus just on the misconceptions. What do we plan to do to address those misconceptions when we're studying for or preparing for our final? One idea I have